Listen to me. Winners don't wait for permission. Winners don't sit around hoping that success will land in their lap. Winners don't complain about what they don't have or what's standing in their way. Winners get up, winners grind, winners push themselves every single day, no matter what's happening around them. Everybody wants to win, but not everybody is willing to train like a winner. That's the difference. See, when you wake up in the morning, you have two choices. You can either find an excuse or you can find a way. And let me tell you something. Excuses are easy. It's easy to say I'm tired. It's easy to say I don't feel like it today. It's easy to say I'll start tomorrow. That's why most people never make it. That's why most people stay exactly where they are, because they choose comfort over commitment. But winners don't operate like that. Winners don't negotiate with their feelings. They don't wait to feel motivated. They don't need somebody to hold their hand and remind them to put in the work. Winners wake up with fire in their belly. Winners show up even when they don't feel like it. Winners train when nobody's watching because they know that every rep, every step, every single moment of effort is pushing them closer to the life they've been dreaming of. You say you want success, but are you willing to push yourself like a winner? Are you willing to train like a champion, or are you just talking? Because talking won't get you anywhere. Talking won't make you great. Talking won't separate you from the pack. Action will. Discipline will. The way you move, the way you prepare, the way you show up, that is what determines whether you win or whether you get left behind. You ever notice how losers always have a reason why they didn't make it? I didn't get the right opportunities. I don't have the resources. It's too hard. But winners don't make excuses. They make adjustments. Winners don't wait for the perfect conditions. They don't wait for someone to come along and make it easy for them. They wake up and make it happen. You think champions feel good every day? You think the greatest in the world wake up every morning full of energy and excitement? No, but they show up anyway. They push anyway because they understand that greatness isn't about how you feel in the moment. It's about the choices you make despite how you feel. That's why you've got to train yourself to push even when it hurts. Push even when nobody is clapping for you. Because the truth is, nobody is going to do it for you. Nobody is going to save you. You have to want it for yourself. You have to be the one to decide that quitting is not an option. You have to be the one who looks in the mirror and says, I'm not stopping until I get what I came for. The world is full of people who had potential but never made it. Not because they weren't talented, not because they didn't have what it takes, but because they didn't push. They let obstacles stop them. They let fear hold them back. They let setbacks define them instead of using them as fuel. Don't be one of those people. You have everything you need inside of you, but you've got to tap into it. You've got to demand more from yourself. You've got to stop looking for the easy road and start embracing the grind. Because winners don't complain. Winners train. Now go make it happen. You're stuck because you're comfortable. You're stuck because you keep choosing the easy way out. You're stuck because you built yourself a nice little cage and convinced yourself that it's home. But listen to me. Your comfort zone is killing your potential. It's keeping you small. It's keeping you weak. It's keeping you from becoming everything you were meant to be. You ever wonder why some people keep winning while others stay in the same place? Gear is not talent. It's not luck. It's because winners understand something that most people refuse to accept. Growth only happens when you step into discomfort. You will never reach your full potential as long as you keep running from pain. You will never become great as long as you're afraid to struggle. I need you to stop looking for easy. Stop looking for safe. Stop looking for a road with no obstacles. That road doesn't lead anywhere. If you want to elevate, you've got to step into the fire. You've got to walk into situations where you don't know all the answers. You've got to put yourself in rooms where you feel like the least experienced person. You've got to take on challenges that make you nervous, that make you doubt yourself, that make you wonder if you even have what it takes. because that's where the magic happens. That's where you transform. Some of you are frustrated with your life, but you refuse to change. You keep waking up at the same time, doing the same things, hanging around the same people, watching the same show, scrolling the same feeds, thinking the same thoughts, and you wonder why nothing is different. You've built yourself a prison. And the crazy part is, you have the key, but you don't want to use it. You don't want to step into the unknown. You don't want to deal with discomfort, so you stay stuck. Let me tell you something. Nobody ever made history by staying comfortable. Nobody ever became a legend by playing it safe. You can't win at life if you're afraid to lose. You can't grow if you refuse to struggle. Every champion, every leader, every game changer had a moment when they had to make a choice. Stay in the comfort zone or step into the unknown. And the ones who made it, they chose the unknown. It's supposed to be hard. It's supposed to be scary. It's supposed to make you uncomfortable. That's how you know you're growing. That's how you know you're leveling up. If you're not uncomfortable, you're not pushing hard enough. If you're not struggling, you're not improving. You don't build strength by lifting light weights. You don't build courage by avoiding fear. You don't build a legacy by doing what's easy. Some of you are sitting on dreams, sitting on ideas, sitting on potential because you don't want to deal with the discomfort that comes with chasing greatness. You want to be successful, but you don't want to sacrifice. You want to be respected, but you don't want to take challenge. You want to win, but you don't want to take the hits that come with the fight. And that's why you're stuck. That's why you're frustrated. That's why you keep watching other people rise while you stay in the same place. You've got to change how you think about discomfort. You've got to stop seeing struggle as a bad thing. Struggle is your teacher. Struggle is your trainer. Struggle is the process that separates the weak from the strong. Every time you push past your limits, every time you do something that scares you, every time you refuse to back down when it gets hard, you get better. You get sharper, you get stronger. And that strength, that confidence, that discipline, that's what turns you into a winner. It's time to break out of the cage. It's time to stop settling for average. It's time to stop letting fear decide how far you go in life. Your comfort zone is not your friend. Your comfort zone is the enemy of your greatness. And the moment you decide to stop running from discomfort and start chasing it instead, that's the moment your life changes forever. Now go make it happen. Everybody wants to know the secret. Everybody wants to know the formula for success. They think it's some big mystery, like there's a shortcut, like there's a trick that the winners know and the rest of the world doesn't. Let me tell you something. There is no trick. There is no shortcut. There is no magic formula. There is only one thing that separates the great from the average, the champions from the quitters, the winners from everybody else. And that one thing, consistency. Not talent, not luck, not who your parents are or where you were born. Consistency. The ability to show up day after day, even when you don't feel like it. The ability to stay committed to the grind, even when it's boring, even when it's hard, even when you don't see the results yet. That's what makes the difference. That's what turns dreams into reality. See, most people only show up when they feel good. They only work hard when they're motivated. They only give their best when everything is going their way. But the ones who win, they show up no matter what. They grind even when they're tired. They push even when they don't feel like it. They don't care about how they feel. They care about the mission. That's why so many people start and never finish. They get all excited in the beginning. They set big goals. They talk a big game. But then what happens? The motivation wears off. Life gets in the way. They miss one day, then another. And before they know it, they're right back where they started, making the same excuses, telling the same sad story about why they didn't make it, because they understand that motivation is temporary, but discipline is forever. You want to know what separates winners? They don't rely on motivation. They don't wait to feel like it. They don't wake up and ask themselves, do I want to do this today? No, it's already decided. The work is getting done. The mission is getting completed. The commitment is already locked in. There is no other option. The reason so many people fail is because they keep making it optional. They keep negotiating with themselves. Oh, I'll do it tomorrow. I'll start next week. I'm just not in the mood today. Let me tell you something. If you only work when you feel like it, you will never be great. If you only give effort when it's convenient, you will never win, because there's always going to be a reason to quit. There's always going to be an excuse available. But the greats, they don't take the easy way out. They show up and put in the work every single day. You ever wonder why champions keep winning? You think it's just natural talent? You think they were just born with it? No, they built it. They trained for it. They created habits and routines that kept them locked in even when the world was full of distractions. They had moments when they wanted to quit, when they didn't feel like getting out of bed, when the grind felt too much, but they pushed anyway. They didn't let feelings dictate their actions. And because of that, they stayed ahead while everybody else fell off. The real test isn't when things are easy. The real test is when things are hard. It's when you're exhausted. It's when nobody's watching. It's when there's no applause, no validation, no recognition. That's when you find out who you really are. That's when you separate yourself from the pack. You have to train yourself to be consistent no matter what. You have to wake up every single day and make a decision. I will not stop. I will not quit. I will not break. Because the moment you make it non-negotiable, the moment you decide that this is your standard, the moment you commit to pushing through, even when you don't feel like it, that's the moment you start winning. Stop looking for motivation. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. Stop giving yourself a way out. The key to success is showing up every single day, no matter what. Now go make it happen. Your mind is your greatest weapon, not your talent, not your connections, not your money. Your mind, the way you think, the way you process struggle, the way you handle setbacks. That's what determines whether you win or whether you fold. See, the battle isn't won in the gym, in the office, or on the field. The battle is won in your head before you even step into the fight. You ever notice how two people can go through the same situation, but one comes out stronger while the other one crumbles? It's not the situation that made the difference. It's the mindset. One saw the obstacle as a reason to quit. The other saw it as a reason to push harder. One let fear control them. The other used fear as fuel. One believed it was over. The other believed they were just getting started. Your thoughts control everything. If you wake up every day telling yourself you're tired, you're going to feel tired. If you keep telling yourself it's too hard, it's going to feel impossible. If you keep saying, I can't do this, you're already defeated before you even try. But when you wake up and tell yourself, I got this, when you remind yourself why you started, when you refuse to entertain doubt, something shifts. Your energy changes. Your focus sharpens. You start seeing possibilities instead of problems. And that's when things start to move in your favor. You have to guard your mind. You have to be careful about what you let in. Some of you are letting negativity sit in your head rent-free. You let fear speak louder than your purpose. You let the opinions of other people decide what you're capable of. And then you wonder why you feel stuck. You wonder why you can't move forward. It's because you've given too much power to the wrong voices. You've got to stop letting doubt run your life. You've got to stop letting fear drive the car. You've got to take control of your mind and make a decision that nothing is going to stop you, because the moment you take control of your thinking, everything else follows. Your habits change, your energy shifts, your confidence grows, and when confidence grows, you become unstoppable. You can train your body all day long, but if your mind is weak, you will always find a way to quit. You will always talk yourself out of greatness. You will always let obstacles defeat you before you even put up a fight. That's why you have to train your mind just like you train your muscles. You have to practice discipline, not just in your actions, but in your thoughts. You have to develop mental toughness so that when things get hard, and they will get hard, you don't break. You don't fold. You don't run. Some of you are allowing temporary emotions to make permanent decisions. You get frustrated and you quit. You get tired and you stop. You don't feel like it today, so you tell yourself you'll do it tomorrow. And before you know it, you built the habit of quitting. But when you train your mind to push through, when you decide that no matter how you feel, you're going to do what needs to be done, That's when you start to level up. That's when you start to separate yourself from the pack. Winning is a mindset. Success is a mindset. Everything starts in your mind. If you think small, you will live small. If you think like a victim, you will stay a victim. If you keep telling yourself you're not good enough, you will never be good enough. But the second you change your thoughts, the second you decide to think like a winner, you become a winner. The mind is the battlefield. And if you don't train it, if you don't protect it, if you don't take control of it, you will lose before you even get started. Now go make it happen. Most people let failure define them. Most people let setbacks break them. Most people experience one defeat, one rejection, one moment of disappointment, and they throw in the towel. But winners don't think like that. Winners don't see failure as the end. They see it as fuel. They take every loss, every mistake, every closed door, and they use it to push even harder. You got to stop looking at setbacks as proof that you're not good enough. You got to stop seeing failure as a sign that you should quit. The truth is, setbacks are part of the process. You don't win without losing first. You don't succeed without failing along the way. You don't become great without facing moments that make you question everything. But the difference between those who make it and those who don't. Winners don't let those moments stop them. They don't let them define their future. They take the pain, they take the frustration, they take the disappointment, and they turn it into power. You ever notice how the people who go the furthest in life are the ones who've been through the most? The ones who have been knocked down, doubted, counted out, and left behind? It's because those experiences didn't break them, they built them. It's because they learned how to take every no, every failure, every obstacle, and use it as motivation to keep going. Some of you are running from failure. You're running from challenges. You're running from anything that feels too hard. And that's exactly why you're stuck, because you're waiting for success to be easy. You're waiting for a smooth road. You're waiting for things to fall into place without struggle. But let me tell you something. If it doesn't challenge you, it won't change you. If it doesn't push you to your limits, it won't take you to the next level. If it doesn't make you uncomfortable, it won't make you great. You've got to flip the way you see setbacks. Instead of letting them discourage you, let them drive you. Instead of letting them make you feel weak, let them remind you how strong you are. Every time life knocks you down, stand back up and say, I'm still here. Every time you fail, look in the mirror and say, good, now I know what I need to fix. Every time somebody doubts you, every time somebody tells you you're not good enough, every time somebody counts you out, let that light a fire inside you that refuses to go out until some of you have been through so much that you don't even realize how strong you already are. You've survived things that should have broken you. You've made it through situations that should have destroyed you, and yet you're still standing. That's not weakness, that's power, that's resilience. That's proof that you are built for this. You've already come too far to quit now. It's not the easy days that shape you. It's not the moments where everything goes your way to turn you into a winner. It's the moments when you don't know how you're going to make it. It's the moments where everything feels like it's falling apart. It's the moments when you want to quit but decide to keep going anyway. That's where champions are made. That's where success is built. That's where you separate yourself from the ones who talk about winning and the ones who actually do it. Stop looking at your setbacks like they're holding you back. They're not holding you back. They're setting you up. Every tough moment is preparing you for something greater. Every failure is teaching you something you wouldn't have learned otherwise. Every rejection is pushing you toward the right opportunity, but you've got to be willing to keep going. You got to be willing to take the lessons, take the pain, take the struggles, and turn them into the fuel that drives you forward. Winners don't let failure stop them. Winners don't let setbacks define them. Winners use every obstacle as motivation to push harder, train smarter, and go further. Now go make it happen. Most people say they want success, but when you look at their actions, they don't back it up. They talk big, they dream big. But when it's time to do the work, they hesitate. They make excuses. They find distraction. And then they wonder why they're stuck in the same place year after year. If you really want to win, you have to be all in. Not halfway, not when it's convenient, not when you feel like it, all in. That means every single day you commit to doing whatever it takes to get better, no matter how tired you are, no matter how hard it gets, no matter how long it takes. The problem with most people is that they want results without sacrifice. They want success without struggle. They want the reward, but they don't want the responsibility. You have to understand, nobody's going to hand it to you. Nobody's going to wake you up in the morning and make you do the work. Nobody's going to force you to grind when you don't feel like it. That's on you. That's your job. That's your responsibility. You either want it bad enough to go get it, or you don't. And if you don't, somebody else will. There's always going to be somebody out there who wants it just as bad as you or more. Somebody who's putting in the extra hours. Somebody who's willing to push past their limits. Somebody who refuses to let excuses stop them. And when it's time to show up, when it's time to perform, when it's time to prove who's really built for this, the one who put in the work is the one who wins. Some of you keep talking about how bad you want it. But the moment things get tough, you slow down. The moment you feel a little discomfort, you start looking for an easy way out. The moment life throws obstacles in your way, you hesitate. That hesitation, that's the reason you're not where you want to be. That hesitation is costing you opportunities. It's costing you progress. It's costing you time. Time you will never get back. You have to make a decision. Do you really want this, or do you just like the idea of it? Because if you really want it, you won't let anything get in your way. You won't let fatigue slow you down. You won't let distractions pull you away. You won't let setbacks break you. You will get up every single day and do what needs to be done, with or without motivation, with or without support, with or without an easy path. Because when you're all in, you stop waiting for perfect conditions. You stop looking for an easier way. You stop negotiating with yourself. You commit. Period. When you're all in, excuses don't exist. You stop saying, I don't have time, because you make time. You stop saying, I'm too tired, because you push through it. You stop saying, maybe tomorrow, because you understand that tomorrow isn't promised. You start moving like your dreams depend on it, because they do. You start moving like you refuse to be average. You start moving like nothing can stop you. Look at your actions right now. Are you moving like someone who is all in? Are you moving like someone who refuses to lose? Are you moving like someone who is willing to do whatever it takes? Or are you just going through the motions, hoping that success will somehow find you? Because let me tell you something, it won't. You have to hunt it down. You have to go after it like your life depends on it. You have to grind like there is no backup plan, no safety net, no second option. You get one shot at this. One shot at building a legacy. One shot at proving to yourself what you're really capable of. One shot at becoming everything you were meant to be. And every day that you hesitate, every day that you take it easy, every day that you let excuses slow you down, you're wasting that shot. You're letting time slip through your fingers. And one day you're going to look back and realize that all those little moments of hesitation, all those small decisions to take the easy way out, all those times you told yourself tomorrow, they added up. And by then it's too late. If you want to win, you have to burn the bridge to hesitation. You have to stop playing it safe. You have to stop giving yourself an out. When you're all in, quitting is not an option. When you're all in, waiting is not an option. When you're all in, success is the only outcome you accept. And when you move like that, when you attack your goals with that level of intensity, nothing can stop you. Now go make it happen. You are only as strong as the people you surround yourself with. You can have all the talent, all the discipline, all the hunger in the world, but if you're constantly around people who don't believe in you, people who don't push you, people who are comfortable being average, then guess what? You will start to think and act just like them. Too many people are trying to win while surrounding themselves with losers. Too many people are chasing greatness while keeping company with those who are satisfied with being mediocre. If the people around you don't inspire you, if they don't challenge you, if they don't make you want to go harder, then what are they really doing for you? See, some of you are trying to go to the next level, but you're still holding on to relationships, friendships, and circles that are pulling you down instead of lifting you up. And you wonder why you're stuck. You have to understand that energy is contagious. If you're around people who complain all day, you're going to start complaining too. If you're around people who make excuses, you're going to start making excuses. If you're around people who settle for less, you're going to start thinking that settling is normal. And before you know it, you're playing small when you were meant to be playing big. You're staying in your comfort zone when you were meant to break out of it. You're moving at their pace instead of pushing yourself to go faster. But when you surround yourself with people who are hungry, when you're around people who are striving for greatness, when you're connected to people who refuse to settle, you have no choice but to level up. Because when you see them grinding, you're going to want to grind. When you see them pushing, you're going to push. When you see them setting high standards, you're going to start raising your own. The truth is, some of you need to let go of the people who are holding you back. And I get it. If they don't support your vision, if they don't push you to be better, if they don't want to grow with you, then they are dead weight. And you cannot afford to carry dead weight on this journey. Look at the people in your circle right now. Are they pushing you forward or are they keeping you stuck? Are they challenging you to be better or are they comfortable with who you are right now? Are they speaking life into your dreams or are they feeding you doubts? Because the wrong people will drain you. They will make you second guess yourself. They will convince you that your goals are too big, that your ambition is unrealistic, that your standards are too high. And if you listen to them long enough, you will start believing it. You will start shrinking to fit their level instead of rising to your potential. But when you find the right people, when you connect with those who want to win as badly as you do, everything changes. Suddenly you're in an environment where growth is normal. Suddenly you're surrounded by people who celebrate progress instead of fearing it. Suddenly you're in a space where pushing yourself to the next level isn't weird, it's expected. And when that happens, you start to realize just how much faster you can grow, how much harder you can push, how much further you can go. Some of you are holding on to the wrong people because you're afraid to be alone. But let me tell you something. Being alone while you build is better than being surrounded by the wrong energy. Sometimes you have to walk alone for a while so that the right people can find you. Sometimes you have to separate yourself so that you can grow. Sometimes you have to cut off the noise so you can hear your own vision clearly. This is not about arrogance. This is not about thinking you're better than anybody else. This is about protecting your mindset. This is about creating an environment that pushes you to be great. This is about surrounding yourself with people who match your energy, match your ambition, match your hunger. Because the people around you will either fuel your fire or put it out. If you want to win, you need to get serious about who you let into your life. You need to be intentional about who you spend your time with. You need to align yourself with people who refuse to settle. And if that means letting go of relationships that no longer serve you, if that means outgrowing certain friendships, if that means walking away from circles that don't align with your vision, then so be it. Because at the end of the day, you are on a mission. And anyone who isn't helping you get there is only slowing you down. Now, go make it happen. There will never be a perfect moment. There will never be a perfect time. If you're waiting for the right conditions, if you're waiting for everything to line up, if you're waiting for some magical sign to tell you it's time to start, you will be waiting forever. That's the problem with most people. They talk about what they want to do. They have big dreams, big ideas, big goals. But when it comes time to move, they hesitate, they overthink, they make excuses, they convince themselves they're not ready yet, and before they know it, months go by, years go by, a lifetime goes by, and they're still stuck in the same place, still talking about what they're going to do, still making plans but never taking action. You have to stop waiting and start doing. You have to stop second guessing yourself and start moving. You have to stop talking about what you're going to do and start executing. Because the truth is, you will never feel 100% ready. You will never have all the answers. You will never have everything perfectly figured out. But that's not an excuse to do nothing. That's not a reason to sit on the sidelines. That's not a reason to watch opportunities pass you by. You wait for the moment. You create the moment. Some of you have been holding yourself back because you're afraid to fail. You're afraid of making mistakes. You're afraid of looking stupid. But let me tell you something. The people who win in life, the people who actually make things happen, they fail more than anybody else. They make mistakes. They mess up. They get rejected. They hear no over and over again. But they keep going. They keep showing up. They keep taking action, even when they don't have all the answers, even when they're scared, even when things don't go as planned. And because of that, they grow. They learn. They adapt. And eventually they win. But you keep holding back. You keep talking yourself out of opportunities because you think you need more time to prepare, more time to plan, more time to get things just right. And while you're waiting, somebody else is out there taking action. Somebody else is out there going for it. Somebody else is out there putting in the work while you hesitate. And when it's all said and done, you're going to look around and realize that the only thing that held you back was you. You have to stop playing it safe. You have to stop living in fear. You have to stop letting doubt control your actions. Because let's be real, what's the worst that can happen? You fail? Good. You learn from it, you struggle? Good. It makes you stronger. You get rejected? Good. That means you try it. See, most people are so afraid of failing that they never even try. And that's why they stay stuck. That's why they stay in the same place year after year. That's why they wake up one day full of regret, wishing they had started sooner. The most dangerous thing you can do is wait. The most dangerous thing you can do is put your dreams on hold. Because time is not waiting for you. The world is not waiting for you. You either take action or you get left behind. You either bet on yourself or you watch somebody else do what you were too afraid to start. Stop telling yourself you'll start tomorrow. Stop telling yourself you'll do it next week. Stop convincing yourself that now isn't the right time. Now is when you make the decision to go all in. Now is when you stop letting fear control you. Now is when you stop waiting for permission and give yourself the permission to go after what you really want. You don't need more motivation. You don't need more inspiration. You don't need another sign. You need to start. You need to take the first step and then the next and then the next, because once you start moving, once you start building momentum, once you start proving to yourself that you are capable, something shifts. Your confidence grows. Your vision gets clearer. Your belief in yourself gets stronger. And suddenly, things that once felt impossible start to feel within reach. You can't win if you don't play. You can't succeed if you don't try. You can't change your life if you're too afraid to take the first step. So stop waiting. Stop hesitating. Stop overthinking. Start now. Now go make it happen.